As has been said, of course we know what to say, and I even wrote something. You are one of the two front runners. Peter Obi relatively did well. He did the roads. For the records, Anambra State has the lowest unemployment of any state in Nigeria at 13%. National Bureau of Statistics, not Anambra State numbers. Anambra State has poverty rate declined from 53% under Peter Obi to 14.78 as at last year. National Bureau of Statistics. I think there was something I read about, somebody speculated about the value of whatever investment. What I've seen today, the value of those investments is worth next to nothing. So let's leave that aside.
When I met the governor who had just finished his tenure, I asked him, I said, my dear brother, I had been longing to thank you immensely. You did something remarkably well. God bless you. He said, my brother, what is that? I said, the international airport you built in Oka. I said, I am exceedingly happy. He said, oh my God, I'm happy hearing it from you. Then I added, I said, where did you get the money? He said, Biko, now my former colleague left the money behind. I laughed at it. I said, he left it. He said, frankly speaking, he left money in foreign currency. It's the money I saw. I said, look, let me leave a legacy before we go.
When you spread your investment, some will go up, some will come down, but overall, the company is still there, the company is still doing well, it's still part of a global chain and everything. I needed to explain it, not because I'm defending comment by my brother. For other things which I didn't succeed, God has given him opportunity to do it and succeed. For me, if there's anything pending, governance, you don't finish. People are still in government in America. So you stop where you stop, other people will continue from there. I don't look back. It's the governor of my state.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election. The governor of Anambra State, Chukwuma Soludo, is inside a hole and he's still digging. And that is what I want to talk about today. He thinks he understands politics, but I want to prove to you here that Soludo does not understand politics as much as Peter Obi. Soludo does not understand the dynamics of the Southeast better than Peter Obi. And I will tell you why. And also to show you that all these noises he has been making, tantrums he has been throwing at Peter Obi, is nothing but jealous because he doesn't know much about politics more than or better than Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of Labour Party. And I will show you with facts and figures that Peter Obi is head and shoulder above Soludo as a politician, as a leader in Nigeria. And that Soludo has no political lesson to teach Peter Obi or to teach anybody for that matter. Now, you all will recall how Soludo tried to take a jab on Peter Obi, trying to demarcate Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State, a man from his own state, Peter Obi that has the momentum. All the opinion polls show that Peter Obi is head and shoulder above his contemporaries ahead of 2023 presidential election. There has never been any genuine opinion poll that Peter Obi is not leading. Yet that doesn't mean anything to Soludo. He went ahead to say that Peter Obi cannot win. And came up with the hogwash that even Peter Obi knows that he cannot win. This is even as so many Nigerians, including people from outside Southeast, are rooting for Peter Obi, endorsing him virtually all over the country. Yet that's not good enough to convince Soludo. That was how he went and wrote the hogwash history beckons, and I will not be silent. Who really want to hear from Soludo? Because when I tell you about his political history, you now realize that he has no lesson to teach anybody, and he's not in a position to determine the direction Igbos should flow ahead of 2023 presidential election. Now, after he wrote that is rubbish, he wrote several pages to prove, try to struggle to prove that Peter Obi cannot win or should not win, or why Igbos should not rally around Peter Obi. He went about demarketing Peter Obi, and he fell woefully, and people knew what he was doing. And there are those who cannot take such nonsense, and they came after him. Not by attacking him, but came after him. The same method he used. He wrote out. So he wrote. People replied. People spoke the same way he spoke. And he began to claim that his families are being threatened. Nobody threatened his family. That's how they normally do. When they go and cut in the bush, they run out to the roadside and begin to ask who is cutting in the bush. They are the same thing. The same tactics that rain or mockery, the same tactics that all of them that used to kick Peter Obi, they will kick and then run outside and claim that they are now being kicked. That was what he was doing, and that's what he did. And right now, it's a given that Soludo is likely not to get a second term because of the role he has played as a spoiler against the ticket of Peter Obi. Peter Obi that is enjoying overwhelming support in the southeast and across the country. Now, when you think that he has mellowed down, Soludo again came up when PDP came for their rally in Anambra State. Atiku Abubakar, he received Atiku Abubakar. At the same time, he now used that same opportunity to reinforce what he said earlier on in his hogwash, history beckons, and I will not be silent, by telling Atiku that he's one of two front runners. And when they talk about him now, he claimed that people are after him. But he knows what he's doing. He's not a fool, he's a professor. But I will now show you that even his professorship didn't help him in politics, and to show that he doesn't know much about politics when it comes to 2023 presidential election and what have you. And before I do that, if you are new to my channel, you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And don't forget to like this video. When you like this video, Google will put it higher up there. Google will recommend it for other people so that more people will watch it. And it is good that more people watch this so that Soludo will know that people understand where he's coming from and that he cannot deceive anybody. He's out for self-aggrandizement politically. Now, what proof do I have that Peter Obi is better politician than Professor Soludo, and that Soludo has nothing to teach Peter Obi or anybody for that matter? You know, Soludo, after he was literally disgraced out of the CBN, because one, he deserved to get a second term. Why didn't they give him a second term? Why did Yaradua not give him a second term? It is this same attitude of, I know it all. That was why Yaradua kicked him out of the CBN instead of allowing him to do second term. Today, MFLA is enjoying second term. Why? Because MFLA was a better CBN governor than Soludo, no matter what anybody can tell you. Now back to the politics we're talking about. Now, Soludo, after he was literally disgraced out of CBN by not getting a second term, which ordinarily, if he had performed to expectation, Yaradua, President Yaradua, late President Yaradua, blessed memory, would have renewed his appointment. But he didn't do that. You can see that it wasn't Buhari that appointed MFLA. But yet, Buhari, despite all his dislike for people of Igbo ancestry, he still allowed Soludo to get a second, MFLA to get a second term. So why did Yaradua not allow Soludo and Igbo to get a second term, but they allowed MFLA and Igbo from Delta to have a second term? It's because of his record. He didn't perform to the satisfaction of Yaradua. Now back to the subject matter, politics. After Soludo left the CBN, his major ambition had been to become the governor of Anambra State. He did everything, spent all the money, did everything. He failed woefully to become the governor of Anambra State. For over 10 years, he had been contesting to be governor of Anambra State. If he is such a man who understands politics, with all the resources available to him as former CBN governor, he would have become governor of Anambra State long time ago, in his younger days. But he couldn't make it because he's a poor politician, because he doesn't understand politics. Now, compare this to Peter Obi. Peter Obi, when he was a sitting chairman of a bank, when he was primed, when he was literally headhunted to become the governor of Anambra State. What happened? Peter Obi joined he first of all joined PDP, and he didn't understand the politics there. There's no chance for him. He moved to little known party, the All Progressive Congress. At that time, ABGA was less than a year old. What happened? And it was the first attempt of Peter Obi to contest for any elective position in history. He has never contested for local government chairman. He has never contested for anything. He has never even held any public function, any public position. Unlike Soludo, who had been a lecturer in a public university, who had been central bank governor, and so many other things. And he claimed that he has been a consultant to World Bank and what have you. In one attempt, Peter Obi won the governor of Anambra State with a little known party, ABGA. Now, what can Soludo, who became governor it took him over 10 years to become governor of Anambra. What can he teach a man like that, who in his first attempts in politics, he won the governor of Anambra State? That is not all. He inherited an opposition party in the parliament. PDP was dominating the parliament, and he still was able to work successfully. Of course, they impeach him sometimes, but the court, the last hope of the common man, brought him back. He was able to function effectively with opposition parliament. That is why when some people say that, I talk about that, what if Peter Obi gets elected president in 2023 and the parliaments are dominated by other parties? Peter Obi has experience of walking across the aisles. The PDP dominated the State House of Assembly, still Peter Obi walked with them. And they couldn't stop him from getting second term because he won the second term. He broke the jinx in Anambra State, because before Peter Obi, no governor has ever done second term. Not Chimaro Kembadinuju, not Jim Nwobodo, nobody. Not the questioners the word. Nobody has ever done second term in Anambra State. Peter Obi broke the jinx. And if you know what politics in Anambra means, for Peter Obi to be able to do that shows you he understands politics. He understands human relationship better than Soludo. So you can see that Peter Obi is far ahead of Soludo in politics. When it comes to the politics of Southeast, which Soludo is pretending as if that's what he wants, what he's running at. He's now trying to claim that he's championing the interest of Southeast. He's not championing the interest of Southeast. He's championing his personal interest. What he wants is the Southeast not to have the presidency until it is his time to be able to seek for the same position. Unfortunately for him, he may not even get second term again, and he's not likely to get the presidency of Nigeria. Because for you even to have the presidency of Nigeria, you must have a strong home base, no matter what anybody tells you. Even when Obasanjo in 1999 didn't have a home base, he tried to look for a home base in 2003. That was when they opted Southwest governors to help him to emerge, to get re-elected. Because home base is always important. And I can tell you for free, Soludo has lost home base. People will never forget. So the only thing that Soludo should be praying for now is that nothing should stop Peter Obi from winning this election. Because if it is not, if Peter Obi loses this election for any reason, Soludo's political career is over. He can go and write it down. His political career is over. It's over. So all this grandstanding, taking jabs, anytime he has opportunity, he wants to prove that he's a strong man, he understands politics, that Peter Obi is not going to do anywhere. He's going to pay a price for it. And clearly, he is no better politician than Mr. Peter Obi. Any man who can win in his first attempt and win the governor of Anambra State, if you know how competitive governor of Anambra State is, for Peter Obi to win it in his first try with a little known party, you should know that he's a master. Okay, look at what happened. Labour Party had been in existence, but Peter Obi is the one that has made it a household name today. Why? Because Peter Obi understands politics better than Soludo. Soludo could never have gone to a little known party to be president of Nigeria, and he becomes the talk of the town. And what does Soludo even mean by saying that Atiku is one of two front runners? How? Like I said earlier on, all the opinion polls show that Peter Obi is ahead. The only person coming closer to Peter Obi right now is Tinubu, not Atiku. So on what basis is Soludo telling Atiku that he's one of two front runners? And what is he trying to achieve? Well, I'm sure that people of Anambra will speak. They will speak in February, and they will speak eloquently. And the people of Southeast, they will speak, and they will speak eloquently on February 25. And the people of Nigeria will speak on February 25, and they will speak eloquently. So that people like Soludo will be put in their proper place. Because we are talking about a new Nigeria, but Soludo want to drag Nigeria back to the past. This is a man who has a presidential candidate under his party, ABGA. He's not campaigning for that one. He has never said any good thing about his presidential candidate. But all he has to do is talk about Peter Obi, how Peter Obi will not win, how Peter Obi is this and that. As if Peter Obi is the only presidential candidate in the race. But that is the only one that is troubling Soludo. He cannot sleep at night. Anytime he heard about anything positive about Peter Obi, he will not sleep. He must say something. And he thinks he's smart. Yet, despite his smartness, it was a struggle for him to become the governor of Anambra State. And these are people who speak, double speak. We know what he has, nice things he said about Peter Obi. All of a sudden, Peter Obi cannot perform. Peter Obi is not the right man. Peter Obi is this and that. But ahead of the Anambra election, he was taking credit for what Peter Obi did under ABGA. How can Nigerians trust such a character for higher office. Why should people in Anambra State allow such a man to get a second term? Indeed, history beckons for Anambra people. They will respond to Soludo, and they will respond equivocally. Equivocally, they will respond. They will respond to him. Equivocally, they will respond to him. Equivocally, so that he will understand once and for all that he don't have to demarcate his own person who has been accepted by other Nigerians so that himself can shine. The only people who are hailing him are those who are outside Southeast, who are already threatened by the emergence of Peter Obi. Those are the only people who have anything to say nice about Soludo over his tantrums against Peter Obi. And that is unfortunate. Indeed, history beckons. And some of us, we will not be silent. We will respond to Soludo. We understand where he's coming from. And we understand his agenda. It is never in the interest of Southeast or interest of Nigeria. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And don't forget to share this, to like this video, because when you like this video, Google will recommend it for more people, so that with more people liking it, it will create a greater opportunity for people to see it. And as more people see it, that is how more people will understand that Peter Obi is the man to beat in 2023, and that Peter Obi is the hope of a new Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.